Today we are talking about the trucking shortage and why it's probably going to affect you more than you think. What is going on today, guys? My name's Alex. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something a little different. Normally we talk about my truck, my Ram 1500. But like I said in the intro, we are talking about the trucking shortage. Now, if you guys follow the channel, you know I'm a heavy-duty technician at a local Western Star Freightliner dealership, and I get to see firsthand the trucking shortage as well as part shortage. So I'm just going to talk about that briefly and why I think it is very important that you guys pay attention. So if you want to buy a brand new truck today from our dealer, you would receive that truck in 2023. We are about a year and a bit behind on new truck orders, and I'm sure, as you guys know, that is starting to affect the automotive industry as well. When you drive by dealers at this point in time, their lots are pretty sparse, if not completely empty. So I'm sure that's nothing new. And like the dealer's lot, we literally have 0 new trucks on the lot. New trucks are just not a thing right now. That's how backed up it is. But what is most worrying is the part shortage, and I'll get into why I think that's most worrying. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are saying, well, I have nothing to do with the trucking industry, so who cares? And fair enough. But let me tell you why it does matter to you. Look around your room, your computer, your iPad, your iPhone, your couch, your bed. Those were all on a truck and were trucked into the store you bought them from. Even the freaking paint on your wall was in a truck. But most importantly, the food in your fridge, that was trucked into your city. Now, on average, a city has about 3 days worth of food, 72 hours worth of food. That's it. If the trucks were to stop coming in, you would have 3 days worth of food. Now, I'm not saying that all the trucks are going to stop coming in, but what I'm saying is the part shortage, which I'm going to talk about in a sec here, is going to affect you because trucking is the freaking lifeblood of North America. Everything gets trucked in, and it will affect you more than you probably think. So I don't mean to scare anyone. Obviously I don't think all the trucks are just going to stop all of a sudden and we're going to have no food. That's not what I'm saying. But this part shortage may affect the supply line, if not already affected the supply lines of food and everything that you consume. Now, as of right now, our dealership, we can't get certain types of air compressors, air dryers, air filters, coolant lines, transmission cooler lines, and so forth. Just little parts here and there that are actually very critical and literally will not allow a truck to run without. And that number of parts is growing by the day, which is a little worrisome. I'm not going to lie. At our yard right now, we have about 10 to 15 trucks just sitting, waiting for parts. Nothing really wrong with them other than the part that they need. And if they had that part, they would be on the road doing their thing. So to me, that's a little worrisome. And then obviously the biggest issue with the whole automotive sector right now is the chip shortage, which isn't just affecting obviously trucking and automotive, but trucks these days have a lot of computers on board. Your transmission computer, motor control, MCM, ECU, ECC, ACM. These are all computers that control the truck, and these things do fail. And so if something fails like that and we can't get the right computer, the truck can't really go anywhere. Now, some of that stuff can be programmed out and some can't. Now, with the after treatment system on these newer trucks, there are a lot of sensors, and a lot of those sensors actually have microchips in them. Your NOx sensors, your ash sensors are 2 of those, and we literally can't get them. I know for a couple Cummins applications, the DEF header, you can't get them. And now what we're even starting to see with the EPA is that they are allowing companies like Cummins to actually bypass certain after treatment systems because the trucks literally will derate and can't run without certain sensors, but we can't get those sensors. So, what are you going to do? And so the EPA has even realized that there is an issue here, and they are allowing trucks to run without a functioning after treatment system which is kind of crazy because I never thought I'd see that day happen, and here it is. So that tells you it is starting to get a little bit serious with this part shortage. So we kind of come to this conclusion, what is the end result of this? Well, you can't really buy new trucks right now. You're about a year and a bit out from getting any new trucks, and some of them aren't even shipped with after treatment systems because you can't even get them. And then you got your older trucks that you can't even get really parts for if it breaks in certain situations. So the end result is just trucks just sitting, waiting for parts to come. Now, here's the problem. Like I said, America's lifeline or lifeblood is through the trucking industry. Everything gets trucked in, but those parts for those trucks get trucked in. So it's kind of like this cascading effect. If more and more trucks are downed and can't run, the less trucks are actually going to be able to bring parts in for those down trucks. And then you kind of get this spiraling effect of supply line, which we are starting to see. So I thought I'd just make a little video with my firsthand experience working in this industry and kind of seeing, you know, the effects happening firsthand. And some of you guys may not even realize this is happening in the background, but it's happening. So unfortunately, I hate ending a video on a bad note, but I do think things are going to get worse before they get better. And I think this winter is going to be a little bit darker than most winters, unfortunately, and it just is what it is. So I just thought I'd make a little video, let you guys know firsthand my experience in the trucking industry and what we can look forward to coming down the line. And it looks like it's not going to be the most pleasant thing, unfortunately. Anyways, if you like the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you like interesting stuff like this, not necessarily cool stuff, I guess, this video, maybe think about subscribing. We got lots of cool stuff planned with this Ram this winter. It's supposed to be a pretty heavy winter, lots of snow, and I can't wait to get this thing fired up in the snow. Anyways, enough of me. We'll see you in the next freaking video.